getting into part 2 of this podcast, we got to look forward because there's a lot of movies on the horizon. And I think the best place to start would be with the Cannes Film Festival. Cannes recently announced their full lineup. Amanda, will you be headed across the Atlantic to catch some true cinema in France?
I don't think so. I actually had an offer to have it paid to go, but I've turned it down, I think. So no, I will not be going.
All right, take some time to rest and recover. We will be with you in not attending Cannes this year.
We cannot risk an international crash out, Zachary. We have to wait. But I am very excited about so many of the movies that are premiering at this festival.
Yeah, these are definitely movies that we'll be talking about for the rest of the year. I'm so excited to hear people's reaction to them. Maybe we'll get Ewan on the show later to help us wrap them up, because I know Ewan is attending Cannes this year. Nice. Let's talk about some of the ones that we are most excited for. I don't know if either of you have anything to hit us with right off the bat.
Phoenician
I've got a
follow you.
Yeah,
look at that.
Let's do it.
Look at
Gotta
that.
do Wes Anderson, man.
Already booted up.
The last time I was at Cannes, Asteroid City was one of the first movies I saw that year that I was like, this is hitting. This is, not one of the first, but I mean, like, I was watching a bunch of movies and I was like, nothing's hitting. And then that one came out and I was like, thank fucking God. I love
Make
Asteroid
the trip
City.
worth it.
Yeah, I love Asteroid City. That is the type of movie that makes me feel like life is worth living. And I'm hoping that Phoenician Scheme probably will not kick off the same emotions, but I'm hoping it kicks off emotions in general.
Well, just the promise of a Wes Anderson heist movie is alone enough to sell me on it. Exactly. And as always, you're treated to an excellent cast whenever you're watching a Wes Anderson movie. Seems like they're really emphasizing Benicio del Toro as like the star. Like it's not as much of an ensemble piece. It's mostly on him, which is awesome because Benicio is great. But you also have Michael Cera, Bryan Cranston, Riz Ahmed.
The man who got Michael Cera to shave his beard.
Would do it for Wes Anderson.
The only man, apparently.
Tom Hanks, Red Jeffrey Wright,
Bryan
Benedict
Cranston's
Cumberbatch,
back. Scarlett's back.
Richard
Bill Murray
Ayoade looked pretty good in it too.
Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe he was also in but back.
Yeah, a couple of the Wes Anderson mainstays there, right?
Very cool.
That's always really exciting. So that's certainly high on my most anticipated for Cannes.
This is my most anticipated Wes Anderson since Grand Budapest Hotel.
Okay.
Amazing.
Nice.
Since Grand Budapest Hotel. I think this looks fire, bro. I love the dynamic between him and the new star that they got on there. I think it's gonna be sick.
Yeah. Be great.
And it's a movie that was selected for the competition as well, which I don't know, I'd like to think is a good sign, although sometimes they make strange choices there.
Yeah, they do.
Another movie that's in competition that, Art, I know you are absolutely pumped to catch, whatever it is. We also have a trailer for it. The new film from Ari Aster, Eddington.
Yes.
I'm excited too.
Yes.
He hurt me once, but I'm still on board. I'm on board for the Western. I'm in.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yes.
Pedro and Emma, like, come on.
A Western and comedy.
We got Austin Butler in that trailer too, as like a preacher of sorts. Looks like.
I haven't even watched the trailer. I just know I'm down for it, And what's hindsight is 2020. Like, what a fucking.
That's a
beautiful quote.
What a tagline.
Yeah, perfect tagline for a movie set in May of 2020. The kickoff of so much COVID concern, panic, perhaps other elements that were overblown.
I think that's when we accepted it was like, oh, this is just things now. Okay, cool.
Yeah, exactly. Where we all had a new normal. And, Ari is a filmmaker that we've loved his work in horror. But this apparently is more of like a Western comedy of sorts. I'm just curious to see what he's got in store.
He did say he wanted to make a comedy.
Yeah.
And in a Q&A for Midsommar, he was like, I want to do a comedy next. And I was like, I don't know if I want to know what an Ari Aster comedy means, but we're going to find out.
Hey, Art's got that large Beau is Afraid placard behind him. He's ready for whatever
He's ready.
stylings
whatever it is.
Ari Aster has.
Yeah.
Whatever 16:9 y'all going to print out for the screening. I will be there.
Did you catch the trailer, Art? Did you like it?
I have surprisingly not caught the trailer because I think this came out when Him came out. The Him trailer, the Weapons trailer.
That I have seen.
And I went out to go see Sinners and Dolby to catch all those. And it's on me. Eddington didn't play, and I never went back to look at any trailer stuff. So I should.
I don't want to see the trailer. I'll wait the month.
I'm a little split with it too. But once I'm in a theater, I'm SOL. So should I wait?
No, I just leave. I leave.
Where do you
if
go?
If a trailer starts playing for a movie I'm into, I'm like, I'm out.
I'm in Chicago. They'll steal my seat.
I just go for a walk. This one's July. For some reason, I thought this one was this month. That's cool.
No, just
July's
Con this month.
That's not that
July's
far.
not too
this month at Con. This month at Con.
I know.
I'd go for
but
this
I thought
one
it was
and,
a lot of the movies
back.
that are coming out at Con are kind of fast turnaround times, but that one's not one of them apparently.
Yeah. Any other movies that jump out to you? Either
Die
of you?
My Love.
Maybe let's talk the new Lynn Ramsey.
That was one of the last entries. The one that I'm kind of like, damn, I wish I was fucking going.
She's
to
back.
This. Jennifer Lawrence is back, and we got Robert Pattinson and Lakeith Stanfield, even Sissy Spacek coming in here to like back up. But
That's
like,
crazy.
I'm hoping that this is going to be the return to Jennifer Lawrence because I love Lynn Ramsey. I've never really disliked anything Jennifer Lawrence has done, but I feel like the last handful, it's kind of been a Saoirse Ronan thing. It's like kind of not quite hitting, like good roles, but not quite hitting.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like what her most recent strong dramatic performance was. I guess Causeway, but I wasn't a huge fan of that movie.
Yeah, really good performance, really good idea, but the whole movie was kind of just average.
Yeah, like I would go back to Mother as like the most recent dramatic film of hers I like. Yeah.
I hate Mother, so I think I got to go all the way back to fucking Silver Linings Playbook. I think I have to go all the way back to Silver Linings Playbook.
Jeez.
You know?
Damn. The Eagles didn't even.
I do love that movie, but
Eagles were dry at that point.
Maybe one of the Hunger Games ones. Technically, the last Hunger Games movie would have been after Silver Linings, so that was probably
2015.
Yeah, even those drop off a little bit. We'll give it to Katniss. It's fine.
Yeah.
Definitely not Passengers.
I'm excited. Definitely not Passengers.
Yeah.
American Hustle's fine, but you know.
Yeah.
I'm excited
this is
for this.
fire. This looks really good.
I'm excited for this.
This looks really good.
Yeah, even just the shots they've released so far look gorgeous. She looks really cool in it. I'm
cool.
very amped for her.
I didn't even know this movie was happening, so it gets announced, and I'm like, who the fuck's in this movie?
Yeah.
When the fuck did Robert Pattinson do this? Okay. So happy.
Another one that I am super pumped for. Or do you have anything else? Or let's get into the Kelly
Reichardt. Yeah, I got to get into this right here.
Dude, not just a new Kelly Reichardt movie, but a Kelly Reichardt movie starring Josh O'Connor, Alana Haim, John Magaro, and always reliable Bill Camp, as well as some others. This is a movie that's set against the backdrop of the Vietnam War, and it stars Josh O'Connor's character as a man trying to pull off an audacious art heist.
Ooh.
There's just so many things that don't sound like they go in the same movie. I mean, Art Heist and Kelly Reichardt, just to start with, but
that's crazy.
So many things here are things that I love, so I'm hoping that the Mastermind is like the right balance of them all.
I will be seated.
Yeah.
I am very interested in the premise. I have historically not liked Kelly Reichardt movies,
Female
so I will give it a shot.
That's right. Damn.
Fuck you. No, we were just talking about Lynn Ramsey. Lynn Ramsey. But yeah, I'm interested by this one. I'll give it a chance.
What if this is the one, bro?
Maybe
waiting. That's what I mean.
Maybe this is the one that finally
Dude, she's like one of those people. I'm like, I can tell you're a good director, so I'm always going to give whatever you do a chance. It's just like so far, nothing's like really blown me away to the point that, like I said, what was it? What was the last one? Showing Up.
Yes.
Yeah, I was not. I
have never seen more walkouts in a movie in my entire life. To be fair, it was at the big theater at Con, and I was pretty far up, but like it was a lot of walkouts.
Zach knows how I feel about that one too, but she's still my girl. I'm excited to see the next one.
First Cow's good.
I don't want to grade her the way they do on Rate My Professor, so I'm gonna try to be positive.
Be positive. That's what I mean. We're into this. Yeah,
exactly.
But yeah, there are a couple other. Yeah, I was gonna say Sentimental Value, the new Trier one with Renat looks great.
Reunited. Oh, and Stellan?
Their follow-up from
Stellan.
Worst Person in the World.
Corey Michael Smith.
And Corey Michael
Smith.
Wow, that's we're nerds. He was in Carol?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was. Not like major, but.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
like how
Camp
we're
X-Ray,
such
that's one of
nerds.
his
I
names.
like how big of a nerd we are that we went Corey Michael Smith. He's good.
We know what's
this
up.
Is,
We know
this
what's
is
up.
interesting.
Yeah, that one looks
Intimate
good.
and moving exploration of family memories and the reconciliatory power of art.
I like anything he does, so I'm down to
Okay.
check it. Down to check it.
Do we have any misses? Oh
No,
my
even
gosh,
some,
it
even when
continues.
you get further out from this, a lot of the stuff looks at least really interesting. So
Yeah, okay, let's break
Eleanor
this one
the
down.
Great, Scarlett
Break down to
Johansson
me-
directorial debut.
So,
With
un
June
certain
Squibb.
regard, how do you say it? How do you say this category? Is it like
Sentimental.
first time? Ooh, say that again, sorry.
No, it's like in
It's almost
You
like the
directors?
spotlight section
It's like
at
a spotlight.
Sundance,
Yeah,
where
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not
It's like-
in competition, but they're still highlighting
Yeah.
it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought it was like first time filmmakers because I'm looking at all
No.
these and it's like
No,
actors
it's just
making the jump.
because you want to give it a spotlight because obviously Scarlett Johansson makes a movie. You'd love to have it at Cannes, but is it good enough to be in competition?
Gotcha.
It's kind
okay.
of more where
No, I'm
yeah,
excited
it's
for
like
all
a
of these.
certain,
Yeah.
It's like a certain glance. So it's spotlight is probably the best translation in terms of other things, but like a direct
Right.
translate to like a certain
But like
glance.
Gotcha.
just to clarify what you were saying, like I feel like you have found movies you've enjoyed in certain regard. It's not that they're not
Oh,
good
yeah, no,
enough.
no, no, they're
for
they are very good.
competition. They just didn't choose them for competition for whatever reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So How to Have Sex was in Sentimental
Great.
in 2023. Which was a big one there. So there's usually always at least a highlight, and sometimes like some of the movies I like the most end up being in that category. But yeah, so it's not that it's bad. It's just like obviously if Scarlett Johansson wants to have a movie at your film festival, you'd like to have Scarlett Johansson at your film festival. So it's a good place
Yeah.
to put her because Harris Dickinson has a movie in
Let's
this category
do
as well.
this one, bro. What is my
Urchin.
boy doing?
Yep.
No one told me.
You
Yeah, I had no idea.
I did actually. I did. But
This
yeah.
is
He's not even
crazy.
starring in it. He's just directing.
Dogtooth was also one of the big ones in Sotana God, the Yorgos Lanthimos.
Oh,
Dogtooth
yeah.
was
Good
in this
call.
one,
Wow.
so there are some really big ones here. But yeah,
I think the biggest one this year for you, Amanda, would have to be the Chronology of Water. Was a
I
late
know
add
Kristen
to Con.
Stewart. Kristen Stewart
Directorial debut?
A day butt?
Yeah,
No
yeah,
way.
I'm into it. That's what I mean. You know, that's one of the other ones that was announced last minute, I think.
Thora Birch? What are
yeah,
we doing?
Thora Birch is
Whoa.
back. Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah.
Okay. We got a date on this? Yeah, it
that
says
was
right there.
Con,
Not
man.
for us. Yeah, not for
Yeah,
us.
not for us.
Torn apart by
I
violence
don't know
and
if it even
alcohol.
has a distributor yet.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Amanda, the Jedi. Distribution.
I know. I should be there. I should come back. I want to come now. Like, let me in.
Interesting. Wow, this looks good.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in that one for sure.
Any other movies that y'all want to highlight? I have a couple more listed that we can talk
yeah.
about.
Hit us.
You know what? I'm interested in Honey Don't, which is a continuation of the Drive Away Dolls universe with
Wait,
Margaret
what?
Qualley and the Coen brother.
Yeah, Ethan Cohen's latest film.
And I'm hoping, I didn't think that Drive Away Dolls was perfect, but it was entertaining. I'm interested to see
Yeah.
this. I am one of the people who wonders, why is Ethan Cohen telling such a story of lesbians? But that's fine, because we have some female
his
writers
wife.
on board. His wife is on board. It's fine. His
And apparently
lesbian wife. His lesbian
she
wife.
is a lesbian except for with Ethan.
That's great. Words have meanings,
Yeah.
but it's fun. No, I'm excited for this one. I am excited for this one.
Yeah,
Where's
it's got your
Geraldine?
girl, Aubrey Plaza. We got Chris Evans,
Where's
Charlie
Geraldine?
Day,
I
Billy
know, I miss
Eichner.
Geraldine. But
Why
Aubrey
is it-
Plaza.
No,
and
for
Charlie
sure.
Day.
Yeah.
But I know
But
I
I thought
love
they were-
Geraldine. No, that's what I mean. I feel like there's going to be a third one with Geraldine.
Ooh.
I'm
called
pretty
Do
sure
It,
this
Honey?
is a trilogy. I'm pretty sure this is a planned trilogy.
Honey
Interesting.
don't, honey do?
There you go. Yeah,
like
so
it.
I'm
Okay.
looking forward to that one. Then there's
Yeah, I have faith that the sequels can be even better than Drive Away Dolls because we liked a lot of Drive Away.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's stuff there, and now they know what might work and not work. Of course, then there's also the new Linklater, Nouvelle Vague or New Wave,
Yes.
whatever.
which I believe is a film that takes place during the filming.
Making of Breathless. The making of the movie Breathless.
Exactly, the Godard film.
But we got Zoe Deutsch in this. We love Zoe. We love her. Mm-hmm. We love Linklater, you know?
We
School
do
of
love
Rock,
Linklater, definitely.
The Before trilogy.
I'm a big Boyhood fan, the only one of us. But
only one of you, but we'll allow it.
Yeah, Nouvelle Vague.
Yeah, Nouvelle Vague.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah, one of two movies that Linklater has this year.
To New Wave is the direct
New
translation.
Wave. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, very exciting.
Are any movies you wanted to mention?
Gotta mention new Spike Lee.
Highest to
lowest.
Oh
yeah, of course, Highest to Lowest. Another Kurasawa remake. I feel like we've gotten a couple of these over the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
But it has Ice Spice. But
how many Kurosawa remakes have Ice Spice?
That's exactly it.
Ice Spice
how long are they gonna have her? How long is she gonna have to stand across? How long is she gonna stand during the applause? You know, I need to know.
That's true.
No, that one looks interesting. I mean, we got a bracket coming up on the channel. Had to call up Amanda a couple times to get some deciphering, and she made the right choice at the end. That's all that matters, Amanda. High five. Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. I prefer it over the Part 2 title, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no,
like
that's fair. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, same.
Very hyped for it.
Your boy, Christian Petzold, he's technically playing Director's Fortnight, but it is a film playing during the Cannes Film Festival.
Oh, is it? Oh, the Director's Fortnight. Yeah.
Let's go, baby.
Cool.
No, this one looks good, too.
Cool.
You got your Phoenix DVD on you?
Always got that. Keep it on me. Also, Sorry, Baby?
Yeah. Not a lot of Sundance movies make the jump to Cannes.
Yeah.
Last year, it was Good One from India Donaldson. This year, they're playing Sorry Baby, one of our favorites.
Is this in Director's Fortnight?
Yeah, is that what that category is?
Yeah, so that's Director's Fortnight is like adjacent to the festival. So if you look up the official Cannes movies, it won't show up, but Director's Fortnight's playing at the same time. And technically, and if you have access to Cannes, you have access to Director's Fortnight, so like it's technically in there, but
that's a good shout out there. It's interesting. So like the Spotlight category in Sundance, where it's gotten buzz somewhere else, and now they're like
even less so, because I feel like the Spotlight category is what other film festivals use to pull in people to come see the festival and watch some of these movies, whereas like I would say that's not really what they're trying to do here. This is really just kind of like, it's stuff that if they feel like a director has a really strong eye, they want to play the movie there. So like one year, Quentin Tarantino had like his conversation with Tarantino was part of the Director's Fortnight, and we all watched Rolling Thunder with him. So we watched Rolling Thunder with Tarantino, and then he goes on stage and talks about his movies and stuff, and it was really cool. But that was part of the Director's Fortnight because he's Quentin Tarantino. So that means that's a really good nod for Ava. That they're like, and it's true, like, so that's Director's Fortnight.
All right, that's dope.
Yeah, and because some of them aren't movies that have played somewhere else. Some of them are new movies. Sometimes this just happens to be a holdover. Yeah.
Any more movies we should mention in our Cannes preview here?
Just to go through a couple that I thought looked interesting. There's a movie called Splitsville that has Dakota Johnson in it that looked pretty good. A movie called The Plague, which is a horror movie with Joel Edgerton. One of the few, there's like a handful of actual horror movies at this festival that looked good. The Exit 8 kind of looked like it would feel at home with The End that we just saw at South by Southwest, or a Hollow Road that we just saw at South by Southwest. That one looked interesting. Pillion seems like an interesting movie with Skarsgård, and is it Harris Dickinson? It's one of the two. It's like Pillion. It's called Pillion.
What's it called?
And it's Pillion. Pillion.
Directed by Harry Layton, Harry Melling, Alexander Skarsgård.
Okay, I think I saw Harry Melling and thought that was Henry Melton really quickly. But either way, I saw Skarsgård, so it seems interesting. Seems like an interesting role for him, for Skarsgård. Then there's some foreign other ones. So Two Prosecutors looked good. The Secret Agent with Mora. Diego Mora? What's his?
Oh, Wagner Mora.
Wagner Mora. Thank you. Wagner Mora.
From
Wagner
Civil
Mora
War.
is in that one. That's called The Secret Agent. Looks good. Yeah, there's a lot
There's a
that looked
new
good.
Jafar Panahi film.
That was another one.
I'm Googling it now. This one right here, A
other
Simple
one
Accident.
I was looking at. A Simple Accident. Yeah, that one looks really good
Yeah.
too.
Art, I see you got
Alpha.
the new Julia Ducournau pulled up, the
Yeah.
director
Alpha.
of Titan.
Alpha. I totally forgot about Alpha. That's another
Yeah.
good
Looks
one.
fire.
Yeah. And then one other one called The Mysterious Gaze of the Flamingo, which is where it's a movie about there's a weird illness spreading and they think that it is transmitted by gay people, but through eye contact. So I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that's going to be, but I'm interested
Let's go.
to see what the fuck
Let's
that's going to be. You know?
It's gonna be a hit.
That's just interesting. So we'll see what that brings. But yeah, there is a bunch of really interesting movies this year. And a lot that like just kind of seem like they might be kind of in the vein of an Eight Mountains or Perfect Days. So kind of like at Cannes, I always recommend watch some of the ones that seem like they're really simple. And maybe those ones end up being the ones that have the greatest impact. I think it was one called The Love That Remains. Seemed like it might have like a similar vibe to something like that. But yeah, lots of really good movies at this year's Cannes.
Nice.
It does. It looks
Art,
very
anything else
solid.
that you wanted to mention?
The Ducournau was definitely one of the last ones to mention.
Yeah,
there.
of course. Another body of horror from her, of course.
I'll throw out one more because it's got a Twitter-friendly cast. I'm sure it like internet boyfriend fold cast. We haven't talked yet about The History of Sound, which is a story of two
That's like my
young
number
men
4.
during World War I who set out to record live voices and music of their American
That's
countrymen.
really
This is also supposedly a gay love story of
Yes,
sorts
it's a gay
between
love story
Paul.
between Josh O'Connor and Paul Mescal.
There we go. Which that
Well
is
then.
enough to get the internet talking.
Oh, he did
Not
Living.
sure if anybody's gonna.
Yes, that's the other Kurosawa one. That's the remake.
Yes, the director Oliver Homranis did Living before The History of Sound. I guess that's the
Nice.
movie probably with the greatest threat of being screen recorded and distributed online. The twinless treatment.
Yeah.
Because Cannes is all professionals, I don't see it happening. You could lose. You'd be kicked out and not allowed to go back ever again. So
Also,
I
it's
think
not
we're probably
digital.
good.
It's not digital. They're gonna snipe
Right.
you from there.
Yeah, that's what I
Throwing
mean.
croissant
They have
at
security
you.
guards like everywhere there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
right,
right.
so-
That's a great lineup.
Yeah,
great
it's a really
lineup.
stacked lineup.
Yep.
And definitely getting a lot of FOMO not going to Cannes.
Yeah.
But
Should have said
those
yes,
movies
but
sooner or
alas.
later will make their way to all of us if we're all patient enough. I'm not so sure I am.